It's training camp season. Today we're looking at the Colts. Anthony Richardson's back on the field throwing. We're going to see what he's doing. We're going to talk about what I read from practice. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're looking at what your players are doing every day on the practice field at training camp, seeing what's going on behind the scenes, your rookies, your position battles, those guys you're getting ready to draft in fantasy football here soon. Click that button. Stop missing out. Anthony Richardson back on the field after we saw what happened to his pinky the other night. 18 minutes of clips. We're running through most of training camp here. Recent clips too on the front of this. But this allows us to talk some ball. You get some good looks at him and Daniel Jones. But he's back. His pinky's taped up. You're going to see that in these clips right there. If you look closely, his pinky's taped up. He's back there on the field. And from what I've heard, what I've read, he had mostly work in the red zone. 1 of 6, was off on a lot of throws, inaccurate a lot. And from what I've heard and what I've read from the comment section of my videos of guys going to camp, giving us reports, also reports from beat writers and articles and everything else, it's been off and on. Like, he's had some practices where he lit it up, and then also where it gets untangled a little bit. Daniel Jones today was good in red zone work. He was solid. And this was yesterday's practice, by the way, not Sunday, Saturday's practice. But still, when you're looking at Anthony Richardson, we're coming back from another injury, although he's back on the field. Looks like we're seeing volatile play in camp and in practice. How's that going to transcend? Who's going to win this job? Who do you think is going to win this job? He's coming in early, working hard, mental reps before practice every single day. Coming in, just trying to take a step forward. He even mentioned that the lack of experience from lack of reps at the college level, or less reps, maybe less reps is the best way to say it. Still young in the league with that injury history, like dampening that experience level or the chance to get more experience. That way to learn from mistakes and stuff. A lot of people got bad taste in their mouth from last year when he pulled himself off the field. But Daniel Jones, the reports are off and on with him too. Like 2 or 3 Saturdays ago, like the whole offense was rough. Daniel Jones yesterday, reports are sounding like he's good. Daniel Jones, though. What Daniel Jones are you getting? That's the thing. And I kind of see a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde with him. Like, I see the potential, like what people mentioned from the Giants, like before the knee injury. But you also know that the downside's also there. What are you getting out of Daniel Jones? Which Daniel Jones are you going to get? That is going to be the main question if they pull the trigger on him. The thing about Anthony Richardson is he's had some moments in camp where he looks like he's taken a step forward, and then you'll get those news from the beat writers that things unraveled in practice. Things can't unravel in games. Like a few bad drives, that could be enough to keep you from winning that game. Pushes you back. It's the consistency from what I'm gathering. However, it sounds like, but again, you go at the clips, you look at that, and in the heat of the moment, things are looking good, sounding good. It sounds like he's taking a step forward. But is it enough? That is the question. That is the question. Players can get better. Players can get better. And Daniel Jones can get better and get back to where he was. Like, you got to give players grace and allow them time to get better, because that will happen. Anthony Richardson needed this quarterback battle to push him, to push his development. And it looks like it's done that to a degree. You see him with the finger. Beat reporters mentioned that it was taped up. Did not seem like it bothered him, but they didn't know for sure. Again, it is what it is. We're watching him sling the rock around. Daniel Jones has all his digits. And there's that one play, I thought about doing a video on it, but I feel like it's too far out for it to even matter. But it was that turnover, and he was, I don't know if you want to say attempting to get to the tackle, falls right over, and as the guy's running by, you see him just raise up with his arms. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. There's no analysis with that, but it was funny. Here we go. We're just going to see some of these throws from camp. Getting it in there. You're going to see him make some amazing throws throughout training camp. Like right there, down the boundary to Michael Pittman. Pittman was dealing with a back injury all last year. Fighting through it, playing through it. There's Danny Dimes getting it out. A.D. Mitchell has been going off. Watch his throws. There's A.D. Mitchell. He's been looking good in camp. He's been making plays every day. There's Tyler Warren. They said he made a good grab yesterday. He had a good grab in the preseason game. His hands are looking good. He's just going to be steady throughout his whole career. He's going to be solid. He's going to be a rock-solid tight end. He's going to be so good, he's going to be taken for granted because he's going to be good everywhere from blocking to being open to taking carries, doing whatever's asked. Like, it's not going to be, like, flashy and flamboyant. It's going to be gritty, but he'll have that immaculate catch or that immaculate play here and there, but he's going to rack up and be productive. It's going to be that. Like, he's not going to be that tight end that's looking to stretch the seam and looking to win on those pop passes. He's going to be all over the place. He's going to be a good asset to this team. He's going to get volume, and as he grows and matures in the offense into the NFL game, here's him prior to practice. Like, he's been working on everything, visualizing, getting things ready prior to practices. Looking really hard at the note card, though. Looking really hard at the note card. Like, looking really hard at that. Just paying attention to that. Coming in, working hard early. Is it enough, though? Is it enough? That's the thing about it. So, with the case of Anthony Richardson, you got to develop fast. This guy started getting at a faster clip. The NFL is not for long. That's the thing about this. Like, everybody looks at the quarterbacks and other positions, and they're like, man, just give this guy more time to develop. But it's just never like that. It's just never like that. And we can wish all we want, but it's never going to be like that. It's not. In some instances, yes. In some instances, yes. I'll retract that a little bit, maybe by 10, 20%. In some instances, yes. A lot of instances, no. It's a league where, like, it's a professional league. You got to have personal development. You got to take ownership. Danny Dimes got to do the same thing. He's got to do the same thing. Because we are back from a rocky moment with the Giants. This team's so good. So built, running back, they're deep at wide receiver. A.D. Mitchell looks like he's taking a step forward. That if either one of these quarterbacks decides to step up. Riley Leonard's a prospect we've been paying attention to. I think that's a prospect to watch, just to watch throughout his tenure here with the Colts, to see how he develops, and if he gets his moment, how he captures it. But there's so much talent around this team. Like, you do not have to be an all-star quarterback. You just have to be able to run the offense and make a few plays here and there. And be consistent and not turn things over. And keep things moving. Sounds simple. It's harder to do than advertised. But you don't have to be Tom Brady to run this offense and get you to the playoffs. Like, you're solid at tight end now. He's developing still. He'll be even better in the future. You're really solid at wide receiver. A lot of people don't want to talk that up, but Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, A.D. Mitchell, like, that's a deep staff. Like, you can get hit with an injury, and you're still deeper than a lot of teams at wide receiver when it comes to talent and upside. You're looking at the running back position. You got Jonathan Taylor. You got Giddens. Herbert's got some pop. Giddens, fantastic profile out of Kansas. Like, he could surprise you with some runs this year. Like, you have it. You have it. You just gotta just play well. Someone's got to step up. That's the thing. I feel like Daniel Jones, like, I can't say he's playing bad. I can say, and from what I've heard, he's had some good moments. Anthony Richardson's had some good moments too. Like, I don't want to knock the dust off of that. He's had his good moments in camp. He's had his bad moments. We saw that in the preseason game as well. But the thing is, somebody's got to step up. Somebody's got to step up. And that's the thing what we're talking about with this development of these two quarterbacks. Somebody's got to step up and just take it over. And that's not happening yet. That's not happening yet. No one's stepping up saying, this is my job. You just get out. You just watch. Nobody's doing that. That's the thing. They're all just trying to win it instead of just taking it. Because it's there to take. It's there to take. And that's easier said than done. That's a lot of work behind the scenes. That's playing almost flawlessly, practice to practice to practice. But from what I'm reading, from what I'm feeling, from what I'm seeing, somebody's got to step up. And that could be in season. That could be with a new quarterback. If someone steps up, this team could go far. This team could go far. It's not just being okay. It's about stepping up and taking it over. And whoever wins the job, that doesn't mean they stepped up and took it over. You got to step up and just live it. The thing is, another thing, if Anthony Richardson, like, now I'm going pro Anthony. If you thought I was con Anthony Richardson, now I'm going to go pro Anthony Richardson if you thought I had a bias. The thing is, if Anthony Richardson was so bad in camp too, how come Daniel Jones couldn't take it over? Could not take it over and make it sound that he's the guy. It's not. Anthony Richardson had his moments. That's the thing. Anthony Richardson had his moments in camp because we covered this. Like, once every 3 to 4 days, we compile the clips. We talked about this battle. And minicamp, OTAs as well. Somebody just has to step up. Like, good play is not good enough. It's the NFL. Good play is not good enough. You have a Cadillac of players around you. You just got to not wreck the car. You don't have to be a speed racer. You just can't wreck the car. And you just got to make a couple plays every game to keep that one drive alive, to get in scoring position. Controlled turnover battle. That's it. That's it. And this team's going far. This team's going to be serious. That's it. It's a blueprint. I mean, it's simple. Like, it sounds simple, but it's hard to do. Anthony Richardson can be a superstar. He can be a huge superstar in this league. He has the intangibles for that. Again, one of these two guys have to step it up. And Anthony Richardson has everything around him to do it. Like, there's potential there. It could click in the middle of the season. It could click. It could also not click. It could also not click. You can make the same case with Daniel Jones. Whoever wins the job, that does not mean they're stepping up. Daniel Jones has had his moments. He also had his bad moments as well. He's also had moments where practice didn't go as well. He's been steady, though. He's been consistent. He's been running the offense. He's been accurate. But he's also not been undeniable. He's also not been undeniable. He's also had some flaws and his bad moments as well, but he's also hasn't been undeniable. And he's a veteran quarterback going up against a developing quarterback here. Let's just say that to be positive. I don't like being negative. And you're seeing him in the clips. He's working hard, going over the script and stuff, going over plays, just trying to get ready before practice. You're the veteran. This should be a job you should be able to step in and win it. You got talent around. You should be able to step. Like, if you're the truth, like, he's not undeniable right now. He's not been undeniable. Like, he's had his moments. He's had his moments where he looks good. He might be able to command the offense, but someone's got to step up. Someone's got to step up. It's not like, hey, trying to get, like, just step up run the offense. Step up, get it done, make the decisions. You both have the intangibles to do it. Just do it, type of deal. That's again, when I say that, it sounds easier, and there's a lot more. It's very, very convoluted, but both these guys have some things in their prospect profile where they could lead this offense, and they could be a very sneaky team in this league. They're not far off. They're not far off. It could be Danny Dimes. It could start off in the season. It just starts cooking. Things just start working out. It could be Anthony Richardson. He could start off the year. And that one little thing, or those couple little things that are hanging him up, he patches it up to some degree. And that's it. That's it. Light comes on. Objectively, that could potentially happen. Players can get better. That's why we look at the training camp clips. 1 of 6 yesterday. But he's also had good moments in camp. Daniel Jones has had good moments. But he also, practice is a practice. He hasn't had, the jaw-dropping throws Richardson has had. The big plays. The jaw-dropping throws. But he's been more consistent, practice to practice, and he's made some good throws. We've seen that. We'll see that here in some of the clips. Someone's got to step it up. That's the thing. We can't wait on you guys to develop anymore. We can't wait for you to get back to where you were. You just have to do it now. You just have to do it now. One of you two just has to do it. There's no, oh my goodness, we got to wait for him to have more time to develop. We got to wait for him to develop back to where he was. You just either going to do it or you're not, type of deal. There's too much built around you guys right now this season to not take that step forward. All you have to do is be competent. You don't have to be a top third quarterback in the league. As long as you're above 50-50 in efficiency in the league, this offense is going to do some things. Controlled turnover battle, which that's baked into that comment. That's it. Both these quarterbacks have a chance to lead this team. Both of them. I like the fact that he came out there with the finger wrapped. I'll give kudos to that. That's also a testament that he's getting pressured in this quarterback situation. Maybe he would have took the day off. But also they're getting ready to wrap up practices. And they got a joint practice, I believe next is on Thursday. And next will be joint practices and games. And training camp's about wrapped up. But we'll probably still go over the clips and talk ball as we're seeing it. One of these quarterbacks have to step it up. You're getting more boom bust from Anthony Richardson from practice to practice. Where you're getting a little bit more steadiness with still downward volatility and a little bit of upside with Daniel Jones, but you're not getting that electricity. You're also not getting that elite mobility, but you still got some mobility with Daniel Jones. Both these guys can run a bit. Both these guys can. Is that Tyler Warren in the background? He's got some aura to him. That's for sure. He's got some aura to him. That is for sure. But someone's got to step up in this quarterback battle. That is the main thing we're looking at here. Who's going to step it up? Who's going to be more consistent game to game, not turn over the ball, be good in the red zone, take advantage of their opportunities? That's what we're looking at here. And this quarterback battle might be the whole season. This might be a battle that goes for the whole season. Who do you think is going to win it? Let me know in the comments below. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.